Hey everyone, this is Cindy, and I want to give you a flip through of this journal I've finally completed. It is for the April ABC Junk Journal Challenge. We had to do an element for every letter of the alphabet. And if you can see, I've got letters all around my area here, because as I come across an element in here that I've done, I'm pulling the letter, just to make sure I've covered them all. And on lace, which is L, and music, which is M, we had to do it 3 times. So I got 3 L's and 3 M's. It's also to help me keep this in frame, because I'm going to, usually I stand up so I can look in my camera, but I'm going to have to sit this one out because it's going to take a while to go through all this. So that's why I wanted to stay in frame. So anyway, here we go. This thing just got out of hand, extremely out of hand. It wasn't because of the ABCs. It was because I was doing botanical, and I was actually doing 2 things. This little golden book is How Does Your Garden Grow? So it's all about garden and vegetables. And I thought, well, I'm not sure if that will really appeal to a lot of people, so I mixed in a lot of flower stuff. Well, I just love botanical stuff. I can't say no to any of it, so it got really big. And I decided, since it would be almost impossible to sew the signatures in, I would do the Fodori, Fodori, or however, Midori style. So that's what I did. So I've got this elastic band across here, and I may add a charm to it later. I just haven't done it yet. But anyway, that's how it's closed. And I've got 2 beads here holding it in place. And if that adds to the chunk, I guess we could remove those, but it holds everything in place pretty good. And this is full. And what's nice about using the elastics is you can take stuff out. You can take pages out, put them in later, take tags out, just, you know, it's just very versatile. So I really like that style. So let's look at it before this video gets any longer than it is. Oh, on the front, it's got a 2.5-inch spine that I covered with fabric, and I've got rickrack on the front and back, and you'll see it on the inside as well. And let's see, here's the rickrack, and I made a little library pocket. And one of the things we had to do was we had to try something new. It's an untried element, so that's U. So I'm removing U. And what I tried was dyeing my paper with the Easter egg dye. And here's what they ended up looking like. I thought it was red. I think it really was pink. And there's the blue. And then I mixed them and got this purple color. So I just, you'll see some of these pages in here as whole pages. And then I just cut using my tag punch. I just punched out these little booklet things, and I just slipped one in that very first library pocket. Okay, 4 signatures. Here's the first one, and they all have basically the same sort of paper: scrapbook paper, papers, the original pages from the book. I've got at least 2, or probably 3 different gardening books. I have pages from gardening magazines, and just a variety of things. And first thing here is this little flip, side flip, and then I've got this tuck made out of book page and just an image from a calendar. And one of the things we had to do was tear a page, and that's T. And I tear most of mine, so you'll see the T element throughout this journal. This is an image from a magazine, I believe. I just glued it onto some cardstock to make it firmer. And one of the things we had to do was P. We had to have a pair of pockets on a page. So here's mine. There's the first pocket, and I forgot to put something in that one, but I do have a little something over here I can slip in, just a little booklet. So there's my pair of pockets. Got some ribbon there and just an image there. Here's from one of the gardening books. Oh, you know what? Let's get this flip back in place. There we go. Here's from the original children's book, some typing paper. Here's a tuck made out of a magazine image, and that's I. We had to use magazine images, which I used several throughout here, and here's another one. It's just, and that might have been from a book, I'm not sure. Telling how to plant in containers. Excuse me. I just put it on cardstock and stitched around it with zigzag, and zigzag is the Z element, which I did that a lot throughout here. Alter tag is one of the things we had to do. That's A, and of course I have tons of those in here. This one's got some lace on it, so that gets rid of one of my L's. And I just have this little tuck made out of this tomato image I had in my stash for a long time. This page is from a gardening journal, so you'll see several of those throughout here. That's the book page. coffee dyed. Here's some of that Easter egg dyed paper. One of the things we had to do was an ombre, as they say it, element, and that's O, and it's just where your colors fade into each other. So I have it in here twice, and here I just used this ribbon and made a belly band, and the little booklet's just made up a note card, which is in note card, and I just sewed some random pages in it to make a note card out of it, or a booklet out of it. And on this side of this paper clip is just an altered book page that's just got collaging on it, a little bit of fabric, and it's just clipped in here. Stamping was something we had to do, so there's my S. And I've got stamping a couple other places too. Just an image from a magazine. This is just another book page journaling card and a flip out. There's music there. We had to use it 3 times. There's one. This is another double pocket or pair of pockets, and just an image from the calendar. And this is an old file folder just cut up. And I don't have the ribbon on there yet, but I have the ribbon sitting over here waiting. And I'm just going to use a variety of these green, because it kind of matches the green on the cover, so that'd be fun. So I'll get that done as soon as I'm finished with this. The center of the signature, I just put the hardiness map in there, because every gardener needs to know that. Here's another altered tag, and the pocket is made out of woven book page and scrapbook paper, and then I put a pink napkin over it, just Mod Podged it on there. That's an image from a magazine, another image. Okay, this, number 1, is music again, so I'll take that, another MOA. I think it was Tracy Fox showed making some of these, and it's just like a thing to, kind of like a marker to put in your book so it's not tied down. So you can either, write something on the tab and put it in there, or you can use it like if you're journaling and say this page has got a bumpy something behind it, you can put that there and it gives you a smooth surface to write on. So anyway, I just did the vegetables on one side and flowers on the other. And here's just an image from a magazine I added. A book page pocket with this tag made out of scrapbook paper, a sticker, and then some crochet. All right, H is for a hidden spot. We had to have a little hidden spot somewhere in here, and mine is this little flower pot. Looks like a decoration, but the little flower actually lifts out, and you can either tuck something in that pocket, or you can have hidden journaling behind that little flower. Corner pocket with some trim on it, strawberry trim, and just a tag made out of book page and stickers. Some more of that Easter egg paper, coffee dyed, book page. This is just some images I had in my stash, and I just took the little rake and made it a belly band, and then I just put that little watering can behind it so you can write on that. This is an image from a book, coffee typewriter paper. That's the Golden Book, gardening book. This is just a tuck made out of different circles. A little cluster there to decorate the page. And the R element we had to do was a recipe card. And I had pulled a bunch of recipe cards that I got in a box at an estate sale. And I just made a digital file from on my Etsy shop, Books by Burke. So you can print out these recipe cards. And I just printed it on printed it on photo paper and just add a little cluster onto it. That's the other side of that magazine image. Fabric pocket, index card just decorated with rickrack and that image. And another couple of images there. This is the second signature. It's got a flip out as well. The tag shaped pocket made out of book page and a cluster. It's the book page from the book. Gardening page, typewriter paper. Here's another one of those little hidden journaling spots. This is gift wrap. This is a pocket, it's a pocket that guitar strings come in. So I just put it in there and just tag behind it. This is a sack made out of book page and napkin with some ribbon on it. And this is just a journaling card I've had in my stash for a long time. I made it at a scrapbooking show. Q is for quilted element. So I just took some random fabrics and sewed them together, and then I stitched down the seams to give it a quilted effect. And then this pocket, this tag is just collage papers and then a cluster down the middle. Over here's another pair of pockets with just some images on there to decorate it, and then an altered tag, and then another tag booklet cut from my Easter egg papers. Here is a tomato seed packet. It's an actual packet. And here's another one of those recipes that I just put a cluster on, just printed it on photo paper. I said a belly band, I think. It's just a side tuck. Here is another tuck, just a bunch of layered papers, magazine image. There's music again. And then it's just different papers behind all that. Here's another altered tag, which is different papers. It's made on a file folder. Here is 2 images cut from magazines, and this is the negative of some stickers, and you'll see the stickers in a minute. And I just thought, well, it's still very colorful, so I just stuck it onto some book page and put some blank paper on the back and made a journaling card out of it. This has 2 little hidden spots too, but I didn't put anything in there because, you know, then it wouldn't be hidden anymore. So they're there. Just another circle, a tuck with more music, but I don't need it. This is just a journaling card from my floral journaling cards. It's a a digital image off my Etsy shop, Books by Burke, and that reminds me, D is for digital image. So I've used several of those throughout here. See if I'm missing anything. Probably am. I know one, the yellowed element for Y. I'm not sure where I put it, so I'm gonna have to go back and find that. Here's more music, a flip out, just some images. This is 3rd signature. Another pocket and 2 tags. This is a round pocket made out of 2 scallop circles. Little booklet made out of that image and some paper, and then this is just another tag. This is a note card. I just put some lace on it and a flower. And on this side, it's got an actual seed packet for gourds. And here's another digital image from Christie Art Designs on Etsy. Images from books, gardening books. It's a page from a book. This is a belly band I made out of a book page folded into thirds and just added these different elements on it. I hope I'm on frame. I hope I'm not. Okay, here's another not altered. It can be altered. It's collage, altered journaling card, and there's some more stamping. That little bird has been stamped. Book page, doily. All right, here's envelope. Now, I've got several through here, so let's go ahead and get this envelope off there. I just put some images on it, and then inside it's got a little tablet, I believe. Yes, a tablet made out of some scrap copy dyed paper, blank paper with this image just on it. There's the zigzag on the top. And it just paper clips across this scrapbook paper. Okay, it's a book page, a belly band made out of magazine image, and just another cluster on a tag. Image. This is from a magazine. Okay, I made this fold out, and this is the first music thing I made because I wasn't sure. So I've got plenty of music. Well, X, actually, right here, is for extra element, and I have lots of extras of all mine, but music is one, lace is another, there's lace. C is for coloring book. We had to use some sort of coloring book image. Well, I've got this stamp that prints this out, and it's a coloring image, and you'll see it some more in a minute. And then I just made on this little music paper, just folded it up, decorated it with some images and some lace. This is a plain card. This is just a little tag with some lace and trim on it. And then this is a silk plant leaf that I just glued on some cardstock and made a little silk leaf journaling card. This is wallpaper, and it's got a woven pocket that I've just got this index card inside of it that's got lace on it. This is an actual seed packet for Morning Glories, and I just added some bling and a little bingo marker and some lace and just different things. And behind it is just another tablet with miscellaneous papers and that digital print. Here's more of the coloring book. There's a coloring page, there's a pocket made out of the coloring pages, and then there's some more of that ombre ribbon. It's just an image. This is a example of my flip down on the F. We had to do a flip down and a flip up, so that's that. Another thing we had to do, W, was washi tape. So I've got some here and there's some there. This is a little tuck spot with an altered tag. And this is just a silk flower that I glued onto cardstock, added that wooden button and that yarn. And it just makes an interesting little journaling card. It's a sack made of a book page and an image, and that's just another tag waiting for its ribbon. Corner pocket, and this little altered book page is just got napkin Mod Podged on it. It's an image. All right, B is for bookmark. So I made this one just like a belly band, folded the book page in third, added the stickers of the sunflowers, the rickrack, and then it's got this little charm on the bottom. Just kind of mimics the flowers. It's got a bulb pin. So that's the bookmark. Not sure where I was. Let's see. Okay, this is just a image from a magazine. I made it into a pocket. It's got some trim there, and then just a tag. Here's a little tuck spot made on a book page with napkin Mod Podged on it. And here's another tag made out of a file folder. Here's little stickers that I showed you the negative part of earlier. And they're on a note card, which is a second note card at least. So got end covered. I'm covering up some of my letters. Okay. Here's some more of the ombre ribbon. And this is just a cluster of images. And another altered tag. It's got lace on it. So did I get rid of all the L's? Okay. I could definitely get rid of L's. I didn't take it off while ago when I was showing that music folder. I'm not sure what my junk mail element was in here. I've got it covered up, so I don't know exactly. Double pocket, triple pocket actually. A lavender little journaling card. This is a faux envelope. It had a copy dyed paper with just a little image on it. There's some more washi tape. It's another one of those tag booklets made out of the Easter egg paper. Note card. This is a pocket with napkin on it and some crochet and an actual stamp from Egypt. And it's just got another little faux envelope made out of some scrapbook paper. This is some scrapbook paper with this book pocket on it, and it's got a cluster with buttons, and then we've got another one here. And then just a plain card inside it. And then a little booklet behind it. It's just papers with the image stapled onto it. There's some cabbage, squash, some more images. There's green beans, and this just little cluster on or collage on this little scallop circle, and there's just a plain tag. I just like the colors. Now that probably could be the junk mail because it's made out of cardboard, if you can see. I used the junk mail on a lot of the clusters as well, so I got my page a little off there. This is a pocket made out of index card folded up, and I just got some seam binding there, ruffled up, and another little tablet, scraps of paper with an image. So I'm removing that because it's all my collages. Got to figure out where that yellowed element's at. This is a post-it note, postcard. Here's another envelope, and it's just got a little journaling card. Came from a kit in there. Here's another little hidden spot. Looks like a picture, but that comes out, and that can be a hidden little pocket. Here is a sack made out of book page and some lace and trim and an image, and then an altered tag with zigzag stitch, and it's got book page and dictionary page and an image and crochet and scrapbook paper. It's got a little bit of everything on it. And it barely fits in this bag, but I wanted to include it here because the colors match so well. One thing about these ripped pages on the top, a little hard to get into. There we go. Yeah, all the colors work there, so. All right, this is just a gardening design in the center. All right, here's my vellum pocket. We had to do V for vellum. And we had to do a decorated guest check, so that's my G. I just have a little bit of lace on there in that image. So I really like that image. All right, here's a tuck spot, which I missed putting something in. So here's just a little bridge card. I'll put that in there. All right, K was for keeping place. And we had to have some, like it could be a pocket, but it had to be just a little bit harder to get into. So I just glued this ribbon behind this book page envelope, and you have to tie to get into it. And inside of it is this little tablet just made out of scrapbook paper and a little scrap of scrapbook paper, scrap, and then just scraps of these graph paper. And then it's just got this garden image on the front. And it just ties closed. Here's a belly band made out of book page and some seam binding, not seam binding, the bias tape, and then just images I fussy cut out of some magazines. And here's an altered tag. It's got just different scraps of paper, including an actual recipe right there, and then that image. And this has got to be some junk mail too, because it's really thick. I have an index card with lace on it that goes in this sack with the squash designs on it. Get that back in there. Start on this side. There we go. There's that leaf doily. Just some images. All right, here's my, I think I did a while ago, the flip down. I had two of them. Here's another flip down, and you'll see the flip up in a minute, and I can take the F off the board. Squash made into a little tuck spot with a little sentiment behind it. It's on this note card. Here's my flip up, and it's just a piece of scrapbook paper, and I just cut the edge with a fancy cutter. And here is another altered card, and it's just got crochet on it and just different images. It's got this little tuck made out of this image from a gardening book, and we're at the end, and I'm not sure what my yellow element was. So I've got to find where I used that. I think I just used, oh, here it was, right here. Yes, I used my yellow ink to color it yellow to match the washi tape. So yay, I get to take the Y off the table. So anyway, that is this book. It is going to be for sale in my Etsy shop, Books by Burke. So if you're interested, I'll have a link below. And I thank you for watching. I know it was a long video, so thank you. Bye.